Welcome to Amazing Trails Yoga. We are at Sterling Forest State Park in New York at the Sterling Forest Lake Loop Trail. And Sterling Forest is home to the Renaissance Fair and many Spartan races, one of which I did. We didn't compete so much. It was like an obstacle course, and we had really a lot of fun with all the different challenges. Today we are focusing on bicycling readiness. In case you are taking a long bike ride or just getting back into bicycling, we're focusing on many of the bicycle muscles that we use, such as the quads, the glutes back here, the hamstrings, the calf muscles, the shins, the ankles. We're doing a lot of work on them and stretching, and I feel instead of just bicycling, if you're getting yourself ready to be a great bicyclist and have a lot of fun and go on tours without harming yourself and injuring yourself, it's good to work the muscles around those, and the hamstrings and the ligaments, instead of just doing the same work on the same muscles. Kind of like when the Spartans were training, they did many different skills and challenges to get really strong and tough. And we just want you to be safe and have a good time. So we will start in pranayama, the breath of life. So come to a nice easy pose, Sukhasana, cross-legged position. Your hips nicely on the mat. Your navel sucked into your spine, your shoulders right over your hips, some distance between your earlobes and your shoulders, nice upright position. And we'll inhale for as long a duration as we exhale. So we'll take a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We'll inhale our arms up. Exhale, palms together at heart center. We'll inhale our elbows out. Inhale our forearms together with our palms facing. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, down. We'll inhale, we'll open up. Exhale, close. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, closing together. Inhale, our arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale up into a nice seated position. And breathe on your own, a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale, looking over your right shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left shoulder. Exhale, back. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, down. Inhale, forward, and exhale. Come to a nice tabletop position. Usually I do it sideways. We'll do a different perspective. So take your fingers are spread far apart. They're facing the top of your mat. Your knees are directly under your hips. Your knees are hip-width distance apart. If you look through your thighs, you shouldn't be able to see your feet. I hope you can't see mine. Your wrists are directly under your elbows, under your shoulders. And we will curl our toes under. Let me show you this way. Curl our toes under. Inhale up into cow. These are our udders dropping to the mat. Exhale, top of our feet into cat. We're looking as big as we can. We just saw a dog. Inhale, curling our toes under. Our shoulders back. exhale down. Inhale again, arching our back, dropping our navel, our abs to the mat, and exhaling back into calf. And we'll come back into a flat back to tabletop. Take your right leg, go to the ball of your foot and just give it a nice stretch. And back to table. Left leg, you're just stretching it back. And table. Inhale your right arm up, looking up at the sky at your hand. And we're slipping your right hand under your chest. We're threading the needle, dropping our right ear to the mat, our shoulder. We're inhaling our left arm up, following the gaze to our palm, and bending it so that it fits between like at our right hip, like as if we're putting it into our pocket, into the seam. That opens up your chest a little bit more. And breathe. Taking your right arm back up, placing it under your left shoulder. We'll inhale our right arm up and down. Inhale your left arm up, looking up at the sky at your fingertips and slipping it down under your shoulders, under your chest, palm up, left ear to the mat. Inhale your right arm up, and you could bend it and put it at the crease where your left hip is, looking up at the sky, opening up your shoulder. And take a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale your right arm up and bring it directly under your right shoulder. We'll unthread the needle with our left arm, bringing it up. And back into table. We will sit back on our heels and fishtail our feet forward. We're coming onto our backs. And I'm going to grab the belt or the strap. We might need it. So you could put your feet, with your feet flat on the mat, your knees are face up, and we're bringing our hips in, and we're opening our knees, and we're going around and around. We're opening our hips up, rather. We really do need these nice open when we're bicycling. You can go the other direction. Feels pretty nice. And placing your left up, we'll take both our hands on our knees and let's bring our legs up to the sky so we straighten our legs. And we're pointing and flexing our feet, point and flex, point and flex. And we'll make little circles to the right and little circles to the left. Keeping our right leg up to the sky, we can bend our left knee and place the sole of our foot on the mat. You could keep your knee up like that or extend it for a deeper stretch. Our palms are flat on the mat and we're making hip circles with our right leg. You can do it this way or you could bend your leg and take the strap at the arch of your foot in your right hand and help yourself make bigger circles. Whatever you like, whatever is good for you. Opening up your hips, making big circles. Feels really nice to get us ready to bicycle, and we'll go the other direction. Around and around. You could also do this without a strap. Whatever works best for you. Everybody's different. I like it both ways. I can't decide which I like better. And we'll end with our right foot in the sky. Bring your left foot up to meet it. And you could bend your right knee, place your foot on the mat. Or you could extend your right leg, and we'll make hip circles with our leg to the right, going around. And again, you could take the strap in your left hand and bring it around, or your right, whatever works better for you. All the way around. The ground's a little uneven for me, so it's a little awkward. I think I'm better off without the strap. And the other way around. Very nice. And we may meet at the top. Bring your other foot, your right foot up to meet your left. We will roll over on our back, roll over, and we're coming up. We're doing a nice little roll to Uttanasana, forward fold. And this will slowly roll our way up into Tadasana, mountain pose. We're coming up one vertebrae at a time. And here we are. I'm getting a little bit up here. We will and start with chair. So our toes would be a little bit touching our knees, and we're inhaling our arms up into chair. Exhale to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale your right leg back. Exhale your left foot back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale to plank. Just like the Spartans, this is a little bit tougher. Exhale down into Chaturanga. Inhale over your toes, coming up. And exhale back into downward facing dog. We inhale our right leg up, and on the exhale we draw it down under our torso so that we are on the pinky side of our right foot. We will drop our back heel and extend your left arm up. This is drunken triangle. And we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. We drop our seat to the mat. Your left hand is extended. You just raise your right foot. We're coming around. Our right hand at our right foot. Now we're making a complete circle. Our left hand is behind us. We lift up our hips. And dropping your hips again. We're gazing our toes coming around so that our hands are on the mat. Our legs are at a 90-degree angle. 90 degrees. Okay, so we can drop. We can bring our blocks if that suits you. I'm not going to use them, but I just want to show you a modification. You could come down on your blocks, or you could come down to the mat and you take your left leg and match your right leg. And your left leg back, right leg. Left leg back, right leg, you're meeting them. Left leg back and right leg. Now we'll make little bicycles because we are going on a bike ride. Straightening our legs, pedal back and forth, and placing our feet down together. Take your left leg, your top leg, and pull it over so that it is on the mat. Your toes are facing forward. And we are doing mini leg lifts with our right leg. Now this is a really good muscle group to work the inner thigh. We don't use it as often as we should, and this will help you with your bicycling and all kinds of activities. So we're lifting it up and down, should feel pretty nice. Okay, now we drop our right foot and we're bringing it back to the back of the mat, and we are coming into a lizard pose. So both hands are on the inside of your right leg. And you can come on your blocks. Your forearms could be on your blocks, or you could drop your forearms to the mat. Your right leg is extended behind you. And this is lizard. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. Between all this hard work, I like to stretch the muscles. Like right in between, we alternate hard work, stretch, really get you prepared for a nice bicycle tour, getting you back on the saddle, back at the seat. And let's come back up. We'll inhale our hands, our arms straight. Curl under your back foot and bring your left leg back into a downward facing dog. Take a nice breath. Now we'll do this on the other side. You inhale your left leg up and exhale it down under your torso so that you are on the pinky side of your right foot. Drop your left heel. Inhale your right arm up, and we're dropping our seat. As we drop our seat, your right hand connects to your left. It just grazes it. We're coming around, grazing your toes. Right arm behind you. Lift your hips. Drop your seat, and we'll just gaze our toes again. And meet with your palms on the mat, your fingertips toward the front of the mat. Your legs are at a 90-degree angle. And again, you can come down to the blocks if that makes it better for you, or you could come all the way down, and we will take our back leg and connect with our front leg and back. We'll go back and forth. So our back leg comes up to the top of our front leg and back. Front and back. Front and back. And then when it comes to the front, we'll do a little bicycle. That's what we're getting ready for. And then we'll scissor our legs nice and straight. And place your feet one on top of the other. Your pinky side of the left foot is to the ground. Inhale or bend your right knee up. You might want to grab your foot so that you can place it on the mat. And we'll make little leg lifts with our left leg up and down. This is really kind of fun. Really, really good for you. See how we're working the muscles all around the bicycle muscles and working the bicycle muscles only differently. Very good variety. Now we take our hands, our palms to the mat, and we're keeping our right foot on the mat, and you're taking your left foot behind you. We're straightening out behind you. You might want to look back. You can have your knee up and then drop your knee, and we're coming into lizard. Come over the top of your foot, your back foot. Again, you could take your blocks and come down onto our forearms. Or if you don't need them, If you don't want the ground closer to you, you can come all the way down to the ground, and this is lizard. And we breathe. Nice resting position, nice stretch. Want to stay here a while, but let's put your palms back on your mat on the inside of your right foot. We'll go over our toes, straighten our legs so that our knee is up, and inhale your right foot back to downward facing dog. Take a nice breath. Downward facing dog. We'll look between our hands, bend our knees, and we'll jump to our hands and come into Uttanasana, forward fold. We'll inhale, coming up into tall mountain, and exhale our palms together. At this point, we could make an intention for the day. I'm thinking, I can't stop thinking of the Spartans and just sending a little love and energy. I know it was a long time ago that they would send their 7-year-old boys out for training, and the training was really brutal. And only the really tough and strong-hearted survived. And just sending my love out to kids that have to grow up a little too fast and end their childhood a little too early. We can make our own private, personal intention. And Tadasana. We'll bend our knees and inhale our arms up into Uttanasana, which is chair. Exhale, forward fold Uttanasana. With our palms on the mat, or if you need blocks, which is totally fine, inhale your left foot back and your right foot back to meet it, downward dog. Inhale, coming into tall plank. Exhale, down into chaturanga. Inhale, over your feet. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right foot up, and exhale, drawing your right leg under your torso so that it comes to the pinky side of your right foot, and exhale your heel down, your left heel down to the mat. Inhale your right arm up, and seat to the mat. And again, we'll graze our feet, left hand to the right foot. We're coming around. Our left hand is behind us, lifting up our hips to the sky. Dropping your hips and coming around again. Around so that we are again at a 90-degree angle. And we could drop down to our forearms onto the block, whichever suits you. And our back leg will come to the side a bit. Lift your back leg up and down. Up and down. Up and down. And when it's up, we'll make nice big hip circles like we did in the beginning. Loosening up, lubricating our joints. And the other way. Very nice. All the way around. And when our left leg is over our right, we'll put our feet together. I'll move the blocks out of the way. And we could make little toe taps to the front and back. Front and back. Front and back. Front and back. And putting your left foot on your right, we will pull our left foot back onto the mat like we did before. And your bottom leg, you're bringing it behind you. so that it looks like we're coming into lizard, but we are going to heel toe our left foot over to the right side of the mat and drop our left knee. And we're coming into pigeon. You could take your block and sit on the block if that's better for you. That might be more comfortable for many people. Whatever works for you, or put the block under your knee up here if that's more comfortable. Otherwise, you might not want a block. Look behind you so that your back foot is not like swiveled over to the side, that you're in perfect alignment. This is pigeon. Again, we like to stretch between the nice bursts of work that we're doing on our legs. And we can come down onto our forearms and just relax. You could drop your head to the mat and breathe. At the base of your last exhale, we can come up and place our palms on the mat, pick up our back hip, which is our right hip, our leg, and take our left leg underneath and downward dog. Our feet will meet. You can move your feet around, adjust, maybe pedal at your feet. And inhale your left foot up. Oops, a little bug. And exhale it down under you so that you come again to the pinky side of your left foot. Drop your right heel, extend your right arm up, and dropping your seat to the mat. Taking our right hand to our left toe, we're coming around again. All the way around, our right arm is behind us. Lift up our hips. And we come around and around and around. We're just glancing, just glimpsing our feet. Our palms are to the mat, our fingertips facing forward. We could use our blocks or come down onto our forearms. We're coming on our side of our hip a little bit so that we can inhale our right leg up and down. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And when it's up, we'll make big hip circles going to the forward, around and around, lubricating our hips, opening up our hips. Nice. And the other way. I do feel like a Spartan getting ready for these challenges. Any challenge that you're taking, it doesn't have to be a bicycle challenge. And take your right foot atop your left. And we'll make our little toe touches. So tap, tap in front, tap, tap in back. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. One more time on each side, and our feet could be together. Now take your right top foot. You can pull it over so that it's flat on the mat. Come up on your hands, and you take your left leg that's under you and make your way to the back of the mat with your foot. Your toes could be curled under, your knee could be up. You could drop your knee. And we are taking our right foot kind of heel-toed over to the left side of the mat, coming into pigeon. Drop your right knee to the mat. Your shin could be parallel to the front of the mat, or you could bring it in closer to your groin area, whatever suits you. Again, you could be sitting on your block, putting your block under your knee, whatever's good for you, bringing the ground closer to you. Look back over your left foot. should be nice and straight. You could drop your knee to the mat, go to the top of your foot, take a nice inhale, and we could exhale down into sleeping pigeon. Again, you could take your blocks and put your forearms down on the blocks, or forearms onto the mat. And finally, you could drop your forehead to the mat. You're probably not getting as dirty as I am. And breathe. Okay, we will exhale our palms to the mat, our palms back to the mat, and curl under your toes and take your right foot back into downward dog. Our feet are next to each other, hip width distance apart, to pedal out our feet. And looking between our hands, we will bend our knees and jump our feet to our hands and exhale into forward fold. Inhale, swan diving our arms up. And exhale down into Tadasana. We'll go one more round. So we are bending at our knees, inhaling our arms up into chair. I like to have my big toes touching my knees, or you could have some space between your toes and space between your knees. And exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale your right foot back. Exhale your left foot back into downward dog. Inhale into a plank position, high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale over top of your feet to upward dog, and over your toes. Exhale into downward dog. Nice breath. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale under your torso to the pinky side of your right foot, and drop your back heel as you inhale your right arm up, and we drop our seat. And this time we're taking our left hand and we are taking your right hand as well and coming in for a forward fold on your right knee, on your right leg. Your left hand comes around so that you can connect both toes and come down on the exhale for a straddle. You can always use your block. Straddle any way you want, your forehead on the block. You certainly don't have to come all the way down. And then we walk our right hand over to our left, and we're dropping our head to our chin. Inhaling up with our left hand behind us. We'll inhale our hips up to the sky and drop our feet. And again, we come to one side. Maybe we could touch both feet at the same time and drop our chin, drop our chest to the ground, to the mat. And we come around our left hand on our right foot and both hands on the mat so that again we are at a 90-degree angle with our legs. Very nice. And we will come down on our forearms and take your left leg over top of your right. And this time, this might be a little bit harder. We're lifting up both feet. You might want to come up on your arm, maybe bend it, and lift up both feet, whatever works for you. You could use your block. I think I'll use mine. And lift up both feet at the same time. And then we'll bicycle our feet and scissor our feet. Dropping both feet, take your left foot, bend at the knee, pull your left foot to the mat. Both palms on the inside of your left foot. We will shimmy our bottom leg back, our right leg back, so that we're at the tops. Our toes are curled under. And this time we're going to do pyramid. So you are straightening your back leg, which is your right leg. Your left arm comes to the outside so that both hands are on either side of your foot. Pull your back leg in a tiny bit, drop your heel, and straighten your left leg. This is pyramid pose. And we're breathing. From pyramid pose, we will take your left leg and at the top, you're going at the top of your right foot. You're just kind of straightening your leg and bringing it back into a three-legged dog. And bring your left leg under your torso so that it comes to the pinky side of your left foot. Your right heel drops. And we lift up our right arm, drunken triangle. Seat to the mat. And again, we are taking our right hand to our right foot. This time, both hands to not our right foot, our left foot, and we're exhaling down into a stretch. Take your right hand over to your left. If it's hard to grab your toes, grab your ankles, grab your shins, and exhale down into a straddle. Walk your left hand over to your right, and your chest comes down to your thighs. Inhale, coming up, extend your right arm behind you. We're lifting up our hips and dropping your and again, we will come around. Maybe our fingers can touch our toes, the tops of our feet, our ankles, our shins. We're dropping our chest to the mat. And kind of sliding our chest over so that our palms are facing the top of the mat. We're at a 90-degree angle with our legs. And we'll take our block on the left side this time. Maybe you could put your forearm on the block. Bring your right foot over top of your left. And we're making little leg lifts with both feet together, both legs together. Not the easiest thing. And we'll end up in bicycle if that's what we're working toward. Or scissor. Maybe we're going to do a swim, a type of swim, running, any kind of challenge. And drop both feet. We'll inhale our right foot up, maybe grab it, place it on the mat, our toes are facing forward. Come up onto your palms on your hands and shimmy our back leg, our bottom leg back. Take your right hand on the other side of your right foot so that either hand is on either side of your foot. Bring your left leg in a little bit closer, drop your heel, straighten your right leg. We are in pyramid. You could maybe drop your forehead to your shin and breathe. Inhaling up to drop your left knee to the mat. Bring your right knee back to meet it and sit back on your heels in thunderbolt position. I'll do this sideways so you can see thunderbolt position. Now we can curl our toes under so that we're in toes pose, which is really good because we'll be pedaling a whole lot if you are doing a bicycle tour. And we will inhale our arms up, our palms facing away from us. Inhale up. Exhale down. As far back, maybe our palms could be facing the sky. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And on the exhale down, we're going to clasp our hands together, interlace your fingers. And now we could inhale, straighten our arms, looking up. And on the exhale, we're coming forward. We can drop the crown of our head to the mat, lifting up our arms behind us, our hips up. A type of rabbit pose. And coming to the top of your feet, we will inhale our way up. Nice shoulder opener, and I'm sure I have a lot of dirt in my hair. You could fishtail our feet around, coming to your seat. We're coming into one final pose, and this is called fish pose. So your legs are out straight behind you. And again, I'd like you to see me more, so I think I'll go this way, just so you could see me. You're coming onto your forearms. Your feet are out straight. And you're looking up toward the sky. And you can actually come down a little bit. Come down on your back first. And you're looking up toward the sky, and you're coming to the crown of your head as you make your way up onto your forearms. And you're dropping the crown of your head to the floor, arching your back, opening your chest. And coming down. We will take each foot out to the sides of the mat. You could flay your feet out to the sides of the mat. Your palms are facing up. And we're coming into Shavasana. You can just kind of roll onto your shoulder blades a bit. Spread them out nice flat on your back. Maybe make a few adjustments. And you inhale very nicely. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe begin to roll your ankles in one direction, your wrists in the other direction, and then reverse, waking our body up from the deep sleep. Maybe point and flex your feet, alternating feet and your wrists too. Draw one knee at a time so that your soles of your feet are flat to the mat. You can inhale your knees up toward you. Place your palms on your knees, make nice little hip circles one way. And then the other. And rolling to either side. Make your way up into Sukhasana, easy pose. Seated position, hands to heart center. And thank you so much for joining me. Level 2, like a power yoga, pretty tough. Just like the Spartans were. Sending our love out to them, those really hard workers. And keep safe as you bicycle or whatever your challenge may be. Please subscribe to my channel. You can get notifications. We can stay in touch. Let me know what you need, what you want, what you like. Namaste.